Alright guys, welcome to DogHouse. We're about to get this started here in a couple minutes. We're about to see the final table of our series number 7 Tag Team Black Chip Bounty Tournament. This is Jake the Snake helping you through all this, and I will be commentating our stream today. Let's take a look at the promos we got going on right now. We got the tournament series we've been doing all month. Tomorrow we got our 50-plus seniors coming up, and lots of tournaments coming up this week, looking great. Next week we got the start of our main event, and that's going to be very exciting coming into this. So definitely come check us out. Make sure you're following all of our social medias, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, to get daily updates. The Facebook is the best place to look at that. You will always be able to see what we got going on over here. Got about 59 seconds left to see the hands. We're at the final table. We got 9 people left. Quite the prize pool today. We had a guarantee of $5,000, but we beat that today. It looks like our prize pool ended up being $8,500. Bounty chips, we have $2,800, and then the remaining will be in the prize pool. First place is going to take home $2,560. Second place is going to take $1,540. Third place $970, and fourth place $630. So these guys are fighting for not just bounties, but first, second, third, and fourth. We got quite the lineup today. Pretty exciting stuff. Great people playing. And with the tag team, you will see each player only play 20-minute levels. They have swap buttons. And here we go. Getting it started here.
I'm going to start seat number 9.
Quite the group here. We got Mike in seat 1, Shen in seat 2.
Yeah, we'll put it over here. We're doing it right now. Focus it now. 10, 15, 15. Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Quite a few really good people here. I like that we got we're going to have everything showing up here. Cards are in the air.
15,000.
We'll call these guys out. Jerry and Lee right there just folded out. And then we got Tien and Chi. That's in seat 4. He's got King 10. He's going to let it go. Then we got Billy Jack and Cindy. She's got ace. And she just went all in, it looks like, with... Oh, no, it was Sally and Kenny. I'm sorry. I definitely misunderstood that one. Billy Jack and Cindy raised, and then Sally and Kenny decided to go all in with ace-6 of clubs. Way to go there. They've been clawing their way the whole time I've been playing the tournament with them today. Great to see. All right, cards in the air, and there's still action on the side. Keep that in mind. Kenny and Sally flopping the best of it with the flush draw and a pair. Let's see what happens. Still got a pair. We're going to need that. Oh, and there they go. They got the flush on the river. Roy and Shan, they called, and we got to see it happen. And Sally and Kenny are going to triple up there.
10-7.
Right there, we're going to see the chip counts. Danny and Dave leading the pack with 16%. But it's a pretty even fight. Looking at all of these guys' chip stack, they've been fighting since 7 o'clock. And we have a late night here. So we're going to see quite the thing here. We got blinds of 10,000, 15,000, 15,000 with that 15,000 ante.
Uh-oh. Hand alert.
Yep.
Incoming.
Billy Jack and Cindy got to raise with sixes. Colin and Nicole go all in. Colin, he
Oh, action,
He's been-
action, action. Ace
Eight.
King in the 2-seat for Roy and Shen.
oh wow, and it's suited too. Look at that.
I don't imagine a fold here from Shen.
Not a chance. That's a good hand. So she's using one of her chips right now, which is a timeout.
She said, I have to call my husband.
She used the wrong chip, but she is taking a timeout that puts 60 seconds on the clock where she can
It took about 2.
We're back in it. Yeah, Roy just said go with it. No surprise there. So we were having a little bit of audio issues, but we're seeing a hand here. Ace King versus Ace King. So 52% for Roy and Shem because they have both cards suited, but there is a good chance that they are going to chop this pot here. Sorry we're having a little bit of audio issues, but I will walk you through what's going on here. Colin and Nicole are at risk. Oh, and they would have flopped a 3 of a kind. Good old Billy Jack and Cindy would have got it right there. But it's going to be a chop 100% of the time there. So they're going to split that pot, split that $70,000 that were in the middle, and they're going to take some chips home. That's not bad. Still looking at the chip count, still pretty close to what we were looking at before. We got a 3-way tie for 5th place. You got Jerry Lee, Stephen Tanner, and Colin and Nicole right there with 290,000. They've been hanging in there. I know Colin and Nicole have been here since 7, right when it opened. Quite the action. It's been a lot all day. A lot of really good players, and where you're playing with not just your own money, but your partners as well. It makes you really think and play smart. Because some of us, me included, do like to play a little reckless. Oh, we got a hand alert here, too. Billy Jack and Cindy got ace-5 offsuit. She's going to let it go. Must have been that spidey senses tingling because Sally and Kenny are all in for 7 big blinds, 115,000 chips. This is going to be quite spicy. Danny and Dave let it go. So did Colin and Nicole, and they had ace-8. Mike and Randy, oh, he snapped, shoved with the ace-king offsuit. Let's see what happens. Now, this is a classic flip. Sally and Kenny are a little ahead because 2 aces were folded pre-flop, so I believe there's only 1 left for Mike and Randy to hit. But I don't think any kings were folded pre-flop. So we're going to see that here. And, oh, wow, look at that. There is a king on the flop. Now, if you look, there is only 1 out for Sally and Kenny. Oh, my goodness, and they hit it. Look at that. Way to go. Now, I know that they're celebrating quite a bit here. I know you can't hear it, but they are thrilled with that. Look at them go. They were ahead and pulled out. They got it there on the turn. Beautiful, beautiful hand by Sally and Kenny. the bottom there. And they are now middle of the pack. Good job. You got to win your all-ins when it comes to these final tables. Now, if you pay attention, you can see the black chips that are next to these player stacks. Those are their bounties, which if anybody is to be knocked out by anybody else on the table, it will automatically go to that player that stacked them, which gives them $100 in their pocket. Every once in a while, they do like to do the black chip bounty here, and it is quite fun. Quite a fun time.
Yeah, definitely an interesting dynamic that kind of changes the way you play the game. You know, maybe you call in some spots where you normally wouldn't call in other spots because you know you bust them, you instantly get that $100 in your pocket, you know.
Another little fold there. Look at that.
Need somebody to talk to. He talked by himself. Go in there and talk to him. You can cut the tension with a knife.
There's a look at the chip counts there. Danny and Dave recently acquired the chip lead, 435,000. That's 16% of the chips in play. It's anybody's ball game here.
Oh, 100% is. You get to see what everybody gets to do here because no one has any clear advantage on the other. Steph and Tanner do have a decision to make. You could hear Steph in the distance talking to him, but Tanner's going to make a move here and raise till it looks like 45,000. Oh, 35,000.
I get it in against that Sally.
Get some folds around.
He folds
Jerry
Jack.
and Lee in seat 3. Gonna let it go. Tiana and Chin, gonna let it go. Sally and Kenny, 7-6 suited. They're gonna let that go. Beautiful hand, but not for that. Especially out of position. Don't want to see that. Very, very smart players here at the final table. There was a total of 29 entrants today.
29 teams.
That's true. So double that.
Yeah. 58.
Yep, that's math.
That's 58 people, 29 teams.
And every 20 minutes they're swapping out unless they use their swap chip.
Unless they use that swap chip, that is right.
I did not get the chance to use that myself, so.
Oh, boy. Mike and Randy got a real hand here.
Yep, ace-king, all in.
No time putting all their chips at risk.
Little miscommunication there. He was gonna show it off, and no one had a hand to combat that. He did have the best hand pre-flop, and he's gonna show everybody that he had the best of it.
Hey, blink one for ace if he's got it. Twice.
So you can hear the table banter.
Yeah.
Fun group of people here. Oh, he's thinking about it. What's he going to do? He's going to call with 6 deuce of hearts. Quite the hand. Let's see what happens. Tien and Chi. Oh, they're going all in.
All in. They do have an ace and only 185,000. That's enough chips. I don't know if I personally would pick this hand to go with, but you got to go with one of these hands.
Yep, you do. And sometimes you just got to see what happens. And, it looks like Mike might make the call here. That's a very speculative call with 6 deuce.
Mike asked if she was calling. She did not want to give up any information.
She can't give up information
Oh.
there.
Maybe she did give up information here. Looks like we're a little unclear on the rules here.
There has been some drinks tonight by some of the people at the table, for sure. And Mike and Randy are calling with the worst of it with only 35% to win.
They do have live cards,
Oh, absolutely. Like, they could hit any of those. Deuces, sixes.
given why they have 35%
Oh, yeah.
rather than,
Zero, right?
0. But
100%. Yeah. No, they can hit something. And let's see what's in the window. Ooh, it's a deuce. Oh, but there's a
Okay.
3. And
Mike calling for a 6.
And there it is.
Oh.
There it is.
Okay. Going to need an ace or a 3.
Yep.
That
Nope.
is
Mike and Randy are going to eliminate Tien and Chi. Wow.
wow.
With the worst of it. That's the funny thing about those little cards like that. They can come out and just get you. Here's
Mike's
the
partner Randy telling him, please don't do that anymore. There's a look at the payouts. First place taking home $25.60 plus whatever bounties they have accumulated throughout this tournament.
which more than likely they've accumulated a few at this point, since there's a total of 20 people that have busted out before them. 21 now, actually. 21 groups, my bad. Not entrants. 42 people already out of the tournament, but look at these guys. They're still playing. Mike and Randy. He's got another suited gapper. He's got suited cards again. Does he want to play them? He does. 100%. Every time. Look at this guy. Jerry and Lee's got 3s. In seat 3. Look at that. A lot of 3s right there. Just seems like fate right there. Ooh, but we got a real hand over here. Stephen Tanner. Tanner is in right now with pocket aces. He's thinking.
Just the best hand on the button.
Yeah. That's the best time to have aces, too, especially when you have 2 callers. Let's see what happens. He decided to just raise to 70,000, and it's really not that much. And sure enough, suited cards. Mike is in there again. Man, you can say a lot of things about this guy, but you cannot say he is a nit. This man likes to play the cards, and he's having a good time. That is what he likes to do. Now, Jerry Lee, I mean, he's got 55,000 chips to call with pocket 3s. That's tough. Because you got the action player in C1, but then you got Tanner, very smart player, and on the button. Very, very rightfully so letting that go. Good hand. He's been playing smart as well. I was at the table with him when they got us knocked out. Jack 8-5. Oh, he caught a piece of it. Mike is running. He might do some crazy stuff here. Let's see.
Here for a good time. I'm here really because I want to be on.
Tanner's thinking about it. He's got a little over a pot-sized bet behind. And he's going to let it go. He's going to do what the book says. And Randy and Mike are going to let it go.
Good gambling. That's all right.
And Tanner's not giving away any information. If you see everybody's they're trying to get information out of him, trying to see if he actually had a hand. Well, if they tune in and watch the stream afterwards, they can definitely see that he indeed had the best hand possible. Pre-flop. So you love to see that. My audio, I decided to turn it down a little bit just because it seemed a little high. Ooh, we got some suited cards. Roy and Shin are going to let go of the Jack-6 of clubs. Jerry is going to call with his clubs. Oh, wow. Look at all these clubs coming out. Sally and Kenny are letting theirs go. Tanner let go of his 7 deuce. They're not playing that game today. Danny and Dave's calling with queen 10. Ooh. We're going to see a flop. Couple ways here. Let's see what it is. We had calls all around. Mike, of course, just checks his big blind. We still don't know what the cards are. There they are. And nobody hit anything on this flop. Now, we got some gut shots, though. Mike and Randy both can get a 5. But, depending on what happens here, Danny and Dave did get the best hand with top pair. Everybody else looks like they might let it go. Oh, no. Mike and Randy decided to call there with a gut shot to a 5. And it has not come yet. So, let's see what happens. Oh, 2 pair on the turn. I totally missed that. It is a little late here, and it has been a long day. But we see a bet. Mike and Randy are going to let it go. Still got 8 players left on this final table. And we get to see, again, it's anybody's game. All these people are pretty close to each other within just a couple percent. Danny and Dave up there with double what the bottom person has. And almost 100,000 more than the person behind them. So they get a little bit of a lead. But with hands like this, it can change at any time.
Raise all of it.
Oop, Jerry and Lee are going to let it all in right there with their ace-10 offsuit. Under the gun. Billy, Jack, and Cindy are going to let it go of king-9. Sally and Kenny going to let that go. Ooh, Tanner's got the ducks. Doesn't like it.
It's hard to play deuces pre-flop, you know. Deuces are a hand that you just call with when it's cheap pre-flop, and you either flop a set or you don't.
Exactly.
That's typically how I play deuces anyways. I don't know how everybody else plays deuces, but that's how I play them.
Oh, yeah.
There's a look at the chip counts there. 505,000 for Danny and Dave. It looks like we are switching teammates. It is a level change, and we get to see the other half of the team here for everybody.
Yep. Nicole getting in seat 9 right there. You see very visibly. You got Kenny sitting in for Sally. And Mike decides to use his swap chip.
There's no rule against using as many swaps as you have, but
Let me play one more down, dude.
cool down. See how you're acting right now?
Looks like a little disagreement there between Team Mike and Randy. It's like Randy doesn't want Mike to use their swap chip. So each team does start the tournament with a swap and a timeout chip. Those are those red and blue chips you see there at the table.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike has now used, I believe, 3 in a row.
Has he? Wow. So
three in a row here on the swap, which prevents his partner from taking a seat. So, take that for what you do.
Guy wants to play some hands, man.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
This is
Steph is right there. He's been a bad influence. He's had me take a couple drinks today. So
okay.
So he's got a drink in front of him, so you can only imagine.
Yeah.
And
Mike's immediately all in. Okay. Immediately all in with ace queen on the button.
Yep. Mike is putting it out there again. Let's see what happens. Roy with a decision to make with king 7 suited.
He's mad. Give him me though, but you picked out the onion.
Normally known as free money, Roy here at another final table. Great player.
Yeah, I couldn't fit free money in the frame is too long because we had to put two people's names in this tournament.
Yep. No, I like it. I like that we put it this way because it makes it a lot easier to see. And if you notice, it's pretty easy to see who's who.
We got Lumposaurus Dex in the box right
You're mad as fucking, and I'm fucking the one for all this shit. And you're mad at me for winning chips.
Teammates John back and forth a little there. I guess you really have that in every sport. You know, teammates kind of having a disagreement with another teammate. And
I mean, that's when they usually get into a tussle. And
yeah. You know, hockey is hockey. Well, I guess, you know, most of the time it's really with different teams, right? It's this team A against Team B. This seems to be Team A against Team A a little bit here.
Yep. And it looks like we got a raise from Nicole in seat 9. She's got pocket 6s, and she's going to raise it up to 80,000.
I want him, Johnny.
Mike didn't want to play those cards. Not this time. And it's going to fold around, and she's going to take down the blinds. That can be really important to these guys right now because every single time there's 50,000 in the pot, and that's 3 big blinds almost.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Having a little out-of-body experience. We're hearing you in the third person there.
That was my voice there. It was. I'm trying to keep the peace. It's kind of my job title of peacemaker here.
Yeah, they got that on your name tag. I see it there.
Yeah, exactly. I like to tell people sometimes, we're not really a poker room. We're more of just a adult babysitting business.
Oh, 100%.
That's basically what we do here. Babysit grown men and women.
It's kind of funny to see that, too. And it looks like we got another hand here. Roy is going to go all in with pocket 10, so he's not even going to consult his wife. He's just going to send it in there. And it's going to get a couple folds.
Mike actually has a playable hand here.
He does. He does. And he's been sending in with almost anything else. So
Test.
Oh,
There
we're
we
back.
go. We got it back. Sorry, we lost audio for a second there. Mike's chips are immediately in the middle here if you guys missed that.
He's going to play any two. Any two almost.
We did not consult a partner. We did not our chips are in there immediately.
But Roy is at risk here. But they could double up against Mike because they are ahead. But there are no more 10s in the deck.
Ace 5 in the window is going to be no help. Still going to have the exact same outs Mike and Randy are.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. They have.
Now they have more outs because if they hit a 5, then ooh, it looked like a 5.
Wow.
Upside down 5 and made them sweat. That's a good thing. I love it when they have to sweat a little bit. Makes it a little more exciting. But Mike and Randy went from being about middle of the pack down to the bottom. And good old Roy and Shannon are going to take the lead. Look at that. Like I said, it's anybody's game, and they can just change just like that.
Just like that. Absolutely.
But the camera's gonna be on.
I mean, good thing he didn't lose that hand because then he would have been in the doghouse. Oh wait, he's already here. Mike is gonna send it in there with ace 6, with only 3 big blinds. That's a good hand. You gotta send it in with an ace. Only 3 big blinds. Ooh, buddy. Jerry and Lee with the 3s again. Look at that. Billy Jack gonna let it go. Everybody else gonna let it go. Let's see.
What are we thinking about here? The 8-4 offsuit.
I mean, honestly, let's think about it.
Yeah, the all-in's only 75,000. Okay, I see now.
Yeah, and it's a bounty chip.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
if you hit your hand, you could do that. But going against another big stack.
Yeah, I didn't realize how small the all-in was.
And
for.
there's the 4. Yeah, he got the 4. He would have actually got there on the flop. And there's an 8. He would have had him dominated. Let's see if they get the spade or an ace. No, the ace
Wow.
Ace is eliminated. Mike is eliminated there.
The old 8-4 would have won there of Steph.
Bunch of timeouts now, please.
I mean, play with some stuff, but he's not that drunk.
Yeah.
He's not that drunk, but I like that 8-4. Last night I was able to take a lot of money with the 8-5 offsuit, and that's how I was able to take the tournament last night.
The 8-5.
Yep. Couple really good times with it. Like I checked my big blind, and guy goes all in on me. Gotta send it when you get 2 pair on the flop and a boat on the turn.
Yep, that'll do it.
That's about the only time you want to play 8-5.
Say it's hard to get a pair in this game.
And would you look at that? We actually have a pretty relaxed flop. Oh, but we've got some action here. Sally and Kenny got King 9, Danny and Dave with King 5.
Got some chop outs.
A lot
They
of
have-
chop outs.
They have 3. Well, actually, they have more win outs than they have chop outs here because, as if you look up there, 2 of those 7s are dead. Okay, so now they have more chop outs.
Yeah. Any 6-7, they will chop. And neither of them got it.
King 9's going to take it down.
And it just checked through. That's so funny, too. Like, they did not want to bet anything there. They did not feel confident in their hands.
It's so interesting to see people play poker with each other, sharing a stack rather than, a lot of these people are on the table together a lot of the time here, but they're
Playing together.
trying to win somebody else's money, not actively playing together trying to win everybody else's money. So this is definitely an interesting dynamic to see poker played in.
And honestly, for me, it was a little bit of a disadvantage because you got to be conscious of what the other person's got invested in there.
Right, for sure.
Ray 60.
Everybody keeps their bounty.
Oh.
That'd be $100 for everybody. I do like that idea.
All right, let's do that.
Everybody keep their bounty.
Want to do that? Everybody keeps their
Got a little bit of a hand developing here. Billy Jack
So everybody
decides to
makes
raise the
100.
60,000 and take down the blinds.
Okay. That's
Floor, table 12.
50,000. It's a big amount. You got to make sure you get there.
Oh, yeah, you got to ask our partner, too.
You're right.
My partner agrees.
Oh,
My
partner agrees.
partner's over there.
Zero bounty so far. That's a good need too. Tell the bounty for out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody gets.
They will
paid.
help. Bounties are out.
Okay, honey.
Cindy, Cindy, keeping our bounty. We have a no bounties no more. If there's any disagreement, speak now or forever.
Okay, continue on.
We're all good. Yeah.
There we go.
Everybody got $100. That's all we care
At least
about.
100.
All right, so a deal was just made here. So let me tell you a little bit about this deal. Everybody at the table, I don't know who proposed this deal, but everybody at the table did agree to basically just stop making this a bounty tournament anymore. So everybody gets to keep their bounty chip. So each team is going to effectively add $100 into their pocket here. So now they don't lose their bounty when they get busted. Everybody just gets to go cash in their $100 bounty. So that was the deal that was just made here.
And that's the beautiful part about playing with people that you know, and playing with people like this is, as long as everybody agrees to it, it's pretty easy going.
Yeah, for sure. And most of the time they do agree to some sort of a deal, right?
Right. And there are times where there's a stickler.
Yeah, for sure. And that's 100% their right too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's their money that they've invested into this tournament, and they have 100% of the right to do whatever they want with it. You
And
know?
they've been playing a very long time.
Yes.
So if some of them didn't get as many bounties, like they still want to be able to take something home.
For sure.
So we get to see what's going to happen next. We still only have about 7 players left. And again, it's pretty even stacks across the board. It's going to take some good hands to get these guys in there.
We had so much fun. One night we stayed up way past.
Billy Jack thinking about it with the 9-6 suited of clubs.
We didn't know.
Tanner's got the 4-3 of hearts. Does he have the heart to put some money in? No, he does not. He's going to let it go. Danny and Dave. Oh, he would have been in trouble if he would have put money in there. They're going to raise to 60,000. Nicole's going to let that go. Oh, we got some action here. Roy has a 9-8, and he's going to let it go. But Jerry has 10s. 10s in the big blind. And I think he's going to make a decision here. He's going to use his timeout chip, which means he gets to converse with his friend, his companion, his partner in this tournament for a whole minute. And think about it, because pocket 10s, good hand. And they're thinking about it because they're trying to figure out what to do. And again, it doesn't take them that long to kind of come to a consensus of what to do.
Call and see a flop. That was the consensus. I think that's probably the right play here.
Right.
I mean, 10s are similar to jacks, right? Where a lot of people say there's 2 ways to play them. You either get it all in pre-flop or you fold.
Yeah, but you got a jack on the flop.
Yeah.
And Danny and Dave got a jack. But Jerry's going to bet into Danny. And what's Danny going to do? Jerry decided to just push it like that, just start betting into her. Put her in quite the conundrum, especially because of the timeout chip. It makes you think that they have a little bit better of a hand.
Oh, speaking of
Timeout,
Timeout
Dave.
chip. Now she's calling Dave. Dave's going to come tell her what he thinks. And now both teams are in the blender right now because they're wondering what the other has.
It is. Daryl and I.
Okay, and the consensus there, the team voted, get it all in.
Yep, they did not want to wait.
And that's going to put Jerry and Lee here in a tough spot.
Yep,
No, we
yep.
kept our bounty.
Well, it looks like we got a partner giving information here while they're not in a timeout.
Oh, he didn't hear me. He's got to be hearing me. He was sorry. I mean,
Floor, table 12.
we got another timeout.
Yeah, a little bit of a rule break there. You can't do that.
We had a great time. I don't know where
Yeah,
y'all
so
are.
I'm actually going to come out here and make a ruling here on
But
this
when Daryl and I
obscurity,
went, my brother lives in
as you would
Baltimore.
say.
He is a huge Raiders
Free
fan.
flop. Great.
We were there
They
for
use
the
the
draft.
timeout. Goes to hand.
So he flew over. I flew him over.
Yeah. Use the timeout.
To,
Raised all in. It's all right.
He started telling what to do. We got a couple.
Well, I tried. He didn't hear me. Give him another timeout chip.
Okay, that's what we're doing.
Thank
We'll
you.
charge him for a timeout chip.
No big deal. Give him another. That's cool.
Still got one, right?
So the ruling is that he's going to have to
that's
lose a
cool.
timeout chip
You'll
because
still
his
have one.
companion decided to interfere a little bit there, and that's fair. Because right now, with this whole dynamic of having that, you got someone looking over your shoulder. You can't have them telling you what to do while you're in the hands. It takes a lot of trust to trust other people and watch what they're doing here. So he's going to let it go with the 10s. Pretty rightfully so.
Actually, they had really just redone it. So nice. Such a nice place. Where we sit.
And if you notice, everybody actually started with one timeout chip and one swap chip. Steph's got aces, and you got that big old smile on his face. Look at him go.
And we flew them over. We had I mean,
He's thinking about it. Sorry, I'll get back to the buttons here. We actually got a hand here. Fold into fold.
Timeout.
Now, Roy and Shen, they decided to use a timeout with a speculative hand. 8-6 is a lot of fun. I told you 8-5 was my hand last night. So for them to use a time bank chip, it's a timeout chip,
what are we doing?
kind of puts Steph in a little bit of an interesting spot. And King 9 on the flop. Billy Jack flops the best against Steph's aces. That's tough. That's very, very tough. And he's going to check and trap with the 2 pair. And I don't know what Steph has a choice to do here, but I think he's just going to send it in because he's got a less than a little over a pot-sized bet.
I'm looking at him, but he's.
But maybe not. He's going to send in 130,000, it looks like. Can't be too aggressive, but you can't be can't just let it go. And Roy's going to let go of his gut shot. If a 7 comes on the turn, he's going to be upset.
I'm going all in, just so you know.
All in.
And he goes all in, Steph. He knows, you can tell he's thinking about it, and he pretty much knows what's going on. But he's gonna call. And Steph is at risk with his aces.
Oh, and the wheel. I can't, babe.
Normally when they are playing cash, aces cracked, it does spin the wheel, but in tournament play, unfortunately, you unfortunately do not get to spin the wheel. Let's see what happens. Steph is at risk, but Billy Jack only has 25,000 behind, so it would effectively cripple him if he does that. So let's see what happens. There are 2 cards to go, and Steph is not out of the woods. He still has outs to go here.
Backdoor spade, Victor.
That backdoor spades is a thing. Any deuce, 5, or ace will give him there. And there it is. Steph is going to he's going to fold. He's going to lose there.
No way, can't pull at the doghouse.
He's going to lose there with aces. Aces are relentless. Sometimes you win with them, sometimes you lose with them, unfortunately. Hello, Gentle Gaming. Welcome to chat. Do you have anybody you're specifically rooting for here? We did have a partner change right here, if you didn't notice. Colin and Sally are back into the mix. No, I think I said that wrong. You got Shen, seat 2. You got Jerry, I believe. I could be wrong. I think it's Lee. Oh, it is Sally. And Cindy. I did say it right. It's a little late here at the doghouse. 2 a.m. Dave sits down to Queens. Look at that. 120, which is only 4 big blinds. Colin's going to let it go. Kings versus Queens. Roy is going to, Shen's going to send it in with Kings, and that is rough. Sally, Kenny, and Cindy are going to get out of there pretty easily. But
Timeout. Danny.
Come out, Danny.
they're going to use a timeout chip because Dave has queens, and he's in the blender because of it. It's going to be all in to call.
60 seconds to discuss it.
Yep, and now each player only got one button of each, one swap button and one time chip, one timeout chip at the beginning. So anytime they stacked another person and busted someone out, they automatically acquired their chips. That's why some people have multiple of each.
Oh.
And there they go. Dave's going to send it in with queens.
Queen.
These are the kind of things you see here at the final table, is a little bit of a bad beat. But there are 5 cards to come, and anything can happen.
Bad beat coming.
I think there's only one queen left. That's what it sounds like.
Queen, Dexter. One queen.
And there's 3 swap tokens because they haven't swapped. Danny and Dave have left them
Good luck, everyone.
with their
One queen. No, one
with the people they're playing
I'll
with.
take clubs. Quads. You want quads?
One queen.
And not much help right there. Nobody has hearts, so it has to be a queen and a queen alone. Still no hearts. We have to see a queen and a queen alone. And we're not going to see it, unfortunately, for Dave. They are eliminated there. And Shen is going to take it down, and they are now by far the chip leader at the final table here. There's 5 people left. 5 groups left. Forgive me. And you get to see their voluntary put in pot. They get how often they're putting cards or putting money in the pot pre-flop. All about the same right there.
100 off each.
What?
100 off each. 400.
And it sounds like they're making a deal to pay the 5th place. 100 off each.
Yeah.
Yep, and they're explaining it pretty well. Dexter is on top of it. He's one of our dealers here. Great guy. So they have now agreed to take $100 off of each of the places to pay 5th $400.
I was going to tell you.
Thank you.
They're hollering. Billy Jack
Taking 100 off each
and
spot
Cindy, they
and
have
paying the bubble
6s.
400. Everybody
We
has
gotta
to
finish this hand before we can make any deals, guys. Can't make a deal in the middle of the hand.
I agree with what he said.
raise the 80.
Ooh.
Not yet.
Cindy decides to raise it up to 80,000 right there with pocket 6s, and Sally, she's in the blender, and she's going to let it go, especially because they just agreed to do that, and they can't make this deal during the middle of the hand, so they have to wait until next hand for that to take effect. And there's the 6. Wow. Sally was ahead, and now Shen's open-ended, but Cindy's got bottom set. And now you're looking at the 2 top stacks here at the final table. 75,000 and a call. Quick call. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. See, now that gives Shen so many more outs because any spade, any ace or 9 will give them the best hand. 100,000 right there. Let's see the river and see who gets to take this. Ooh, king. So that means Cindy now has a full house. And Shen only has a pair of jacks with the kings on the board. So that's 2 pair. Let's see what happens here. Cindy is gonna bet 200,000, and Shen's thinking about it. Two big stacks here. You could see a power struggle here where the chip leader changes. Shen's thinking about it. She does not know what's going on, but let's see. She's thinking about it. And she calls and sees the bad news, unfortunately.
Yes.
Cindy is now, Billy Jack and Cindy decide to take the chip lead here with a full house. Good job. And look who's behind him, Josh,
Wow.
who's in the booth.
That's weird because I'm sitting right here.
Steele, what are we doing?
It's so weird how that works.
It's almost like there's a delay. Now, any of you guys watching tomorrow,
Real quick, this is an important time.
From first through fourth. Everybody agree with that?
oh yeah, we already discussed the deal.
Done
Okay.
deal?
Okay. Very
Let's
good.
take
So,
this guy.
just so everybody at home knows what happened there, I cannot push a deal through while there's still an ongoing hand. So we got to finish the hand that's at play, and then make the deal. Just for fairness reasons, there could be some collusion, or we can't have people agreeing to something when they have their cards in front of them, and they have a decision to make. If they have aces, no, I don't agree to it.
Yep.
If they have 7 deuce, yeah, I agree. So that's the reasoning there, guys, why we finished out that hand before we made that deal.
Now Colin's gonna make a call there with
Open-ended for the straight.
the 3 deuce of diamonds.
Oh yeah,
And-
I've seen better flops for 3 deuce of diamonds, especially when you're up against the nuts.
Second nuts, but yeah, a straight. You flop a straight. Shen is over here just flopping a straight, and Colin can't do anything.
Wow, what a flop!
At least he didn't have to put any more money in there.
Right.
Pre-flop raising, you get to see how often people are doing that, and Cindy is doing it about 22% of the time.
It's easy to raise pre-flop when you get the cards.
That's for sure. Dexter over here just dealing them good. Dealing them good. Now that the deal is made, everybody here is in the money. And look, Cindy's at it again with kings.
Wow. What did I just say? Something about it's easy to raise pre-flop when you're getting the hands. And immediately she gets 2 kings.
Yeah, but she's going to make it 100,000, which isn't that much more than, I mean, that's 3 big blinds.
We do have an
basically.
ace here for Jerry and Lee. They've only got 220,000. They're going to have to get a double up here before too long. This
This
may
is
just
true.
be as good a spot as any with an ace here.
Is he going to call clock on himself? He asked the question about calling clock on himself.
He's not jamming that 20 bigs under the gun.
He is.
I am.
Don't go. I'm just staying.
And he's going to let it go. Look at that. Good fold from Jerry. Or is that Lee? Do you know?
That is Lee. That is
See,
Lee.
I got it backwards. I've been confused this entire time.
Yeah.
I've just been saying their team name, Jerry and Lee.
So you can watch it later.
Good fold by Lee. He was thinking about going all in, it looks like.
Big, huh? Oh, yes.
Somebody's watching the stream. I can hear it through the speakers on the table. I hear us talking from 30 minutes ago on the commentary. Like
Wait,
somebody's watching. They have the stream pulled up on their phone. Somebody
Well, you
does.
see some phones. You got a phone right there.
Not at the table, but
No, off the table.
oh, it looks like it's right here. That's
Yep.
what it was right there. It was Jerry, Lee's partner.
Yep, he wanted to
Sounds
see
like.
what people have. And Cindy's just got another great hand. Ace-8 of diamonds. She's going to raise.
That
and-
is my favorite hand of all the hands. Of all the possibilities, that is my favorite hand.
There you go. Well, it did her good here. And aggression. They are aggressive because they're getting good hands.
Yeah.
Good for them. Roy and Shen are right there behind him, though. Now, joining us in the booth now is Dexter the dealer.
What's up, guys? I'm going to be finishing out this commentary for y'all today. We've got a limp from Miss Shan with King 8 of clubs.
It's a good hand.
Yeah, it is a good hand. Looks like Miss Cindy is going to take her half price and see a flop with 5-4 off.
Yeah.
And
she gets a
flops
pair.
the best fan.
It's
Pair and a
great.
gutter.
You're great. It's great to hit your hands.
Yeah, she's been on a pretty good heater today. It's turning out good for her.
And it looks like it checks around.
Yeah, I'm going to get a check around. And it's kind of an action-killing card on the turn, but I think with the gutter and a pair, the action on the flop, you still lead this hand. I like the lead.
Yep. They've been pretty aggressive, and that's been paying off for them at this point, especially when they're hitting hands. So.
You know what? Are we 5-handed right now?
Yep.
Yeah, 5-handed. You got to really turn your aggression up. You got, especially when the blinds start getting big, you got to start taking pots down and trying to make something happen.
Yep.
Yeah, you hear that guy yelling, "What the hell" in the background? That would be Billy Jack. That would be Miss Cindy's brother, her partner in this tag team tournament. And he's a heck of a character, you guys. Real funny guy. If you ever see him here, he's one of the nicest people you could ever meet. He says hello to everybody.
Oh, yeah. A lot of the people that are playing here, like, you always get to see them, and once you get to know them, you're just family.
Yeah, exactly. Doghouse family.
That's right.
All of our way in.
Your wife gets mad at you, you come down to the doghouse.
That's right.
She
Your
said
wife
you're
is-
in the doghouse, but you just needed to know when.
Miss Sally from the small blind ships it with ace-6 off, and it looks like she's going to run into the bad news. Colin wakes up with ace-king in the big. This is not good for Miss Sally. She's putting it in.
22%. She's got to hit a 6, or 6 is really,
4 to
or
1
runner. That's the only way she's going to be able to make this happen.
Yeah, she's got some chop potential, but it's really hard to put 2 pair on the board. We'll see what we can do. She might can get some hearts out there. That might help. Oh, there's a heart in the window.
There's 2 hearts.
There's 2. A little bit of backdoor. Oh, no, I guess it's backdoor straight gets there. She turns 7-5. A little backdoor.
10 queen would not do her good.
There it is.
But
10
10
hearts is
hearts.
a turn. Gives her some more chop outs. If she had an offsuit queen or a 7, she could chop it.
That's true.
Yeah, for a harder queen, it does not come, and that's a good run by Miss Sally and her husband Kenny. They are tournament regulars here at the Doghouse. If you come up here, you'll see them probably 3 to 4 times a week. And again, just some of the nicest people, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
If you guys
I play with them all the time, and they're just fun to play with and fun people.
Yeah, if you guys are looking for a fun, relaxed environment to play poker in, nothing too hectic, too stressful, come on down to Doghouse, man. We have some of the best crowd that you'll see in the poker community in Houston.
Everybody's over here.
Oh, yeah. This is where I choose to play poker, and it's a lot. I like that it's not like a huge amount of people here every time.
Right. The way I describe it to people, I say Doghouse is like the mom and pop's poker stop.
Yeah, actually, that's a good way to put it.
I think it's very accurate. So now we are down to 4 players, and it looks like we got a rip from the Doghouse hand under the gun by Mr. Lee.
Lee's going to send it in
For
there.
the record, if you guys ever want to come play poker, we do have a K9 jackpot. If you get kings full of 9s beaten in a cash game, you win a massive amount of money. Don't know exactly how much it is. And it looks like Shen's got 2 Broadway's cards. She's thinking about looking it up. She has the chips to afford to try to get this knockout in this pay jump.
Oh,
here.
yeah. At this point, there are no more bounties left because they decided to put those in their pockets. But knocking out another player, and it's barely. It's not even.
I think it's about 100.
190,000, which is just a little over 6 big blinds. Yeah.
6.3 bigs.
So
she
both
does
live
make the
cards.
call. So they're going off to the races here.
Jerry and Lee are a little ahead with their king high, but it's anybody's game. It's 50-50
Basically a flip, yeah. However, you do take the small percentages. They say Vegas was built on 2%.
That's true.
Miss Shin flops a gutter.
Now a nine's not going to do Lee any good.
Yeah, Lee's got the blocker to her gutter, but she does pick up more outs.
There's only 3.
There it is.
nines. Wow.
Right on the turn. One of the 3 nines.
And he doesn't have any clubs, so he is
No, he's
done
dead.
for.
Now we're down to 3-handed.
Down to the top 3. With Colin in C9, he has been hanging on and playing very smart. Everybody's been playing their best game.
Yeah,
Playing
Colin's just kind of been tucked under the bushes over there, letting all the aggression kill the other players because everybody else has been so aggressive at the table. He's like, "Well, I'll make the risk, just sit here and get my pay jumps." You know, very smart play by Colin through the whole final table.
Well, I mean, it's easy for them to be aggressive when they get good hands.
That's
so.
true. Yeah, when you have kings or a suited ace every other hand, it is very easy to come in blasting.
Yep. We've seen Cindy with kings, and she's been doing very well with that. Oh, look at that. We got the Robbie, but it's suited.
The old Robbie.
Jack 4.
Let's see if Colin likes the Robbie. I don't think he's a Robbie type of guy, but he might be.
Nah, he's not going to try to Robbie that pot.
See what you did there.
And we got them just playing it. 9-7 versus 9-5.
Yeah, the battle of the 9 highs in a limp pot.
But now it looks like it's going to be a battle of who's going to bet first.
Battle of the aggression as it has been all night, no?
Yep.
Flop checks through.
It does indeed.
And here
9
comes
on the turn. Nope. That's a 3.
That would be a pretty bloody card. 9 on the
They're
river,
both-
maybe? It's
Nope.
not the 9 on the river. 7 high is going to take it. Sorry, 9 high with the 7 kicker, I should say. 9-7, 9-5. Me looking in confusion, like, which one of these hands wins? I don't know. I guess the 7 plays, right?
Is it going to be a chop? It is unfortunately not going to be a chop here today.
Yeah, they were discussing a chop, but Colin, as smart as he's been playing, I don't disagree. He said he wants to play it out, so.
Oh, no, I meant like they weren't going to chop that pot.
I know what you meant, but.
Okay, yeah.
But I was just saying in the background they were discussing a chop. When you said that, it made me think of
Now,
it.
as you can see clearly in the screen right here, we do have a sponsor here, the Home Team Roofing here in Houston. With all the storms we've been having, definitely keep them in mind if you're trying to have some work done on your home.
Yeah,
And
there's the owner right there in the pink shirt behind me. That would be Mike. Oh, I forget his last name. But he does own Home Team Roofing, and he was actually on the table in seat 1.
Yep, he was playing pretty
So-
aggressive. We saw him
So I'm
just
putting it in with the 6 deuce.
Yep.
You get there, yeah, it does happen.
playing pretty excitable. Cindy's
All
got
right,
king
Collins
queen.
got the Brunson facing almost a min raise. Does he do it for Doyle? I don't think he does it for Doyle.
Not against 2 players, especially the 2 chip leaders.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, no,
Oh,
he,
but
does,
he does.
stick it in there. He was in the big blind, so he's getting odds. With the antes, it's probably
He's getting
the
some
correct.
good odds, absolutely.
It's probably the correct play with the antes involved. And knowing Shin, after she limp, she's probably just going to call. She's not going for many limp 3 bets 3-handed, I wouldn't imagine. So she's not worried about getting blown out of the pot. So 3-handed to the flop we go.
Let's
Miss
see.
Cindy way ahead.
Oh, spades, and all 3 of them have spades, but Shen has the nut flush draw. And she's going to
And
bet it,
flop
it looks
checks-
like.
no,
Oh, no,
flop
she
checks around. I
it
know,
looked like
you-
she was going to.
You would think she would bet it.
And now Shen has even more outs with an open-ended straight and the flush draw.
But Cindy taking the aggression lead here, leading out for 50,000.
Colin
Colin
can't
getting
hang
his
on.
getting his TV time, thinking about the 2-high flush draw.
Well, I mean, he could get a 9-2, but he's not going to.
He's not
Call
gonna
for
call
a-
the gutter.
Yeah, right. He's
He
not.
knows his deuce is no good. Oh, Shin coming in with the dry guy move.
Smart.
Yeah,
Smart
good raise.
move. Because if she misses everything on the river, which you got 14 outs. It's a case of the too many out syndrome, but she was able to get out with the aggression, which is great.
And Shin takes it down with the smart.
And we're changing
check
partners
raise.
again.
And yep, the blind level's going up, so that means that they are tagging out.
Nicole is back, and they are very bottom of the stack here. And Shen and Roy, they're sitting with 1.2 million. And Billy Jack and Cindy are sitting with 1.2, so they are 1.4. They have a 0.2 lead, so 200,000 lead on Shen, and Roy.
Apparently, there's 101% of chips in play though, because it said that Colin and Nicole had 6%. Did you see that?
We just can't do math here.
I mean, it's a PLO room, but we can't do math.
Okay, let's be honest. They do actually do pretty good math with that.
Yeah, when it comes to money, the math's usually spot on. And here
Yeah,
we go, suited
percentages,
ace
that's
for
a
Billy
different
Jack
thing. Oh yeah.
with
And
an open.
He's going to get a little aggressive. And I think Nicole might do something here.
Yeah, she's got to make something happen here. 2 Broadways, 3 bigs in her stack. She's already in the small blind.
And you're absolutely right. I mean, it's a decision.
It is, because even if she folds, she gets one hand until she's the big blind again. She's got to put 80,000 out there, which is basically her whole stack. So this is probably her best opportunity. Just unfortunately, Billy Jack does have her pipped, but she's not dominated. She has 2 live cards, so that's going for her. And there it is, all in.
And you can see that they've taken a few bounties at this point, so they're not going home empty-handed if they get busted out here.
Yeah, well,
Roy is getting priced in here.
Yeah, he's strongly considering being in there with the ace-7, but looks like he's
absolutely.
thinking better of it, and he does think best of it.
If there was a bounty still in there, he would have
he
absolutely
snap calls. If the
100%.
bounties are in play, he snap calls.
Now Billy Jack does
Billy
have
Jack has to call. He's priced in it for 60,000 more.
100%. And
here we go to the races.
they're going to run it once. Billy Jack is ahead. But as you can see, it's about a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, that's
A little bit of a
pretty fair
flip.
fight.
A little bit of a flip.
Anybody's game here.
You probably can hit that, Nicole.
See what the flop brings.
Let's see what you deal out here.
I think he flops a wheel, if I remember correctly. He does flop a
Hey.
wheel.
And
And
he's-
Nicole is dead. She has no spade.
The only way she can win is with a chop.
Yep. If it comes out, nope, it's not out.
No chop. And Nicole is out in 3rd place with
And-
Colin as her partner.
Oh, and we're left heads up.
Thank you.
They still won some pretty good money. They had about 5 bounty chips. And,
I want to say 3rd place paid $830.
yeah.
Is that right? I think that sounds right. So, yeah, they went home happy.
Oh,
I don't know how many bullets they were in for. Probably just one. They're
No,
smart
they were
players.
absolutely only win for one.
So, yeah, they
I
went home happy.
played with them. They were their right
Oh,
registration.
yeah,
at
that's right.
7
You
o'clock.
played in this tournament. What happened? What happened, Jake the Snake?
We're not going to talk about that.
Your
We
partner,
don't-
your partner fucked you?
No. That was partially my fault.
Okay, at least you own up to it.
Hey, listen, I'm a little bit of a donkey. Everybody knows this.
Does happen.
That's how I was able to win the tournament last night, or at least take the chip lead at the end there.
All right, that gentleman right there in the pink shirt with the Houston hat
that's-
on, that is the owner of the roofing company, Mr. Mike.
Great guy.
Great
And he
guy.
was just blasting off, ready to just send some money in there.
Did you see him make it full house with 6 dudes? Oh, no, he
Yeah.
made 2 pair. I'm sorry.
He
was
did.
It was the table before the final table. He gets it in all in pre-flop with 6 deuce off against pocket queens and fucking makes a boat with 6 deuce to knock a guy out and bring out to the final table.
That would explain why he's sending 6 deuce in there like he did.
Yeah. He no regrets, no thoughts. So
Now-
Roy here getting aggressive now that they're heads up, knowing that Billy Jack is probably played pretty passive unless he's got big hands. So he's probably going to be looking to play a really aggressive strategy heads up, doing
And
a
I
lot of
honestly
opening.
think that 8-6 has to be one of Roy's favorite hands, because this isn't the first time he's raised with it or even called
He
with
does like 8-6. That is true.
And there you are, just helping them out because they got to get their.
I'm fucking up
lines.
though. That's not even right.
Yeah, let's look at it.
Yeah, 40,000, 40,000.
Look at I want to look at ICM.
Lord, table 12,
And
please.
now they're going to consider an ICM chop, which means for people who don't know that are listening, that stands for
Yeah, it's getting
independent
close.
chip module. So they come and they count your chips and they pay you out
It's gonna be real close.
from the prize pool what
Support.
your chips would be worth. So we're going to get a count on that right now, and as soon as they look at those numbers, we'll be back and let you know what their final verdict is.
Now they have to throw a chip in once they get told how much it is.
Right.
Billy Jack is in the lead still.
Yeah, Billy Jack's got a little bit of a chip lead, but not by much, so the chops should be pretty close to even. Right now, they're just looking at the numbers, and if they both agree to chop, then they can agree after they see what the numbers are. It's not a determined thing yet. It's just a
Which
calculation.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did because of how much time they spent in the tournament. It's been a long time. But while we're waiting on that, you get to see our other sponsor there, Sign Co America. If you need signs done, go ahead and check them out. They're also in the Houston area here. And since
What
we're
are we
looking
doing?
at
We're gonna look at ICM?
the ICM, and they're going
Okay.
to be doing that for a minute, let's take a look at our tournaments coming up this week. Tomorrow, if you are older than 50 years old, we have a seniors tournament for $250.
It's a
And it
5,000 guarantee.
And it starts at noon.
Yeah, you
Because
know.
we know that you want to start early at that time, you know?
All right, y'all, let me go run the numbers.
Now, and then Wednesday, 4 p.m., we got a horse tournament, which is quite the...
It's an interesting game.
Yeah, no, it's all over the place.
For people who don't know that are listening, horse stands for Hold'em. It's a mixed game. There's 5 different games. Hold'em, Omaha 8 or better, Raz, Stud 8 or better. I'm sorry, the S is just Stud, and then the E is Stud 8 or better. So it's a 5-game mix. I'm pretty sure it's 1 no limit game, 1 pot limit game, and 3 limit games.
Yep, quite a good time. So if you want to come check that out, that is a $300 buy-in. And depending on how many people get in here, every single tournament that I've seen going here has beat the guarantee.
We've almost doubled every guarantee. It's been like 1.7x every guarantee since we started this series. And we also, if you're not a fan of the mixed games or stud or horse, at 7 p.m. on Wednesdays there is a no limit progressive bounty tournament, which should be fun to play live because when you knock somebody out, you get a bounty, and
Your bounty goes up.
right, your bounty goes up by half, and then you get to keep half of their bounty. So every time you knock somebody out, your bounty goes up. So if you can get to knock out somebody who has a really high bounty, then you automatically get to cash this tournament without even having to make a deep run.
Yeah, and we'll come back to this. It sounds like they're discussing their ICM. They're almost there, I think, right? Or did they
Yeah,
decide?
we're waiting on Josh now. Josh came and got the chip counts. He's going to do the calculations, so we're just waiting on him to come back and tell them the numbers.
Okay. I just got to pay attention to that. Now, Thursday they got the triple draw tournament at 4 p.m. Friday, round of each black chip bounty. So that one I've played quite a bit of times, and it always goes over the guarantee.
Yeah, it's one of our most popular tournaments. It has a decent prize pool. Every knockout is worth a black chip is worth a $100 bounty. It's not progressive, so once you knock somebody out, you get to keep that whole $100. People love it here. They fire multiple bullets. They try to run up big stacks and get bounties.
Yep.
All
Here
right,
we
so
go.
here's Josh with our verdict on our chop. So let's see what he says.
Yeah.
And then we want to take 100 each, throw it in there, one hand, open up.
Sure. Let's get that on the
Oh,
screen.
here we go. So they're actually going to do a little bit of a fun thing here too. They're going to throw in $100 and do a
1900 for
flip.
y'all, 1800 for y'all, and then we're playing for 200 in the middle here. Okay.
So they agreed to chop it. Mr. Roy is taking 1,800 right now, and Billy Jack and Miss Cindy are taking 2,000 right now, and they're both gonna put 100 in each and do one hand on a flip to figure out who's gonna get the extra 100. So this will be the last hand of our stream. Thank you so much for joining us. We've enjoyed spending this evening with you, and we hope you enjoy watching all the crazy action here at DogHouse. It was a pretty fanatically live final table tonight.
Yep. And you get to see what's going on here. It's kind of fun. They wanted to play one final hand and do a little bit of a flip, but Billy Jack's a little ahead with
Billy
the 10
Jack's,
high.
that's been the story of the night for them all night. They just had everybody pipped, and when you got somebody pipped, it's a good situation.
Good call. We're so bad.
I didn't even think they were going to have action. Look at this. That is amazing.
Well, I didn't realize from that perspective we were going to announce it on here that that's what they were doing. I thought they were making it look like a real hand, so that's why.
Oh, well, I mean, we heard what you guys were talking about, so.
Right, yeah, I didn't realize the mics were that sensitive. This is my first time ever being in the commentating booth or actually listening to, like, the audio, and it's really good quality. I'm impressed.
Oh, absolutely. Now we get to see what happens here.
We're just running it out.
And this is just for $100, right?
Yeah, it's just for the extra 100 basically left over.
It sounded like they were each going to put $100 and do like a $200 flip. That's what it sounded like to me, but
I think you may. I think I misinterpreted because I think they were trying. The chop was 19 and 2,000. I thought they were trying to flip for the extra 100, but you may be right. They may be just doing a $100 flip. So here we go. Let's see if their hot streak continues. Wow, what a flop for Mr. Roy. Middle pair and open ender, and Billy Jack still hasn't pipped with top pairs.
And look at this. These guys are just having a blast.
Yeah, they're loving it. This is a great vibe. And now on the turn, when the equities flip, and bam, a 10 on the river for 10's full. And Billy Jack and his sister end up with all the chips and the first place prize. Congratulations, Billy Jack and Miss Cindy.
They're going to take a picture and do that. And
Let's stack the chips up.
congratulations to them. They played a long time. They did really, really well tonight. Great people. Love to see it. Now, just going back to this, you get to see the remaining of that. All the different tournaments the rest of the week. And next week, the big tournament next week, which is going to be the main event, $100,000 guarantee, which, again, we do normally see the guarantees go up. With the Pot Limit Omaha Championship, they did go over the guarantee.
Yeah, it was close to 90,000. I think it was 88.
Yep, 88,000 in the prize pool, which that was almost, I mean, that was more than 50% more
Yeah,
than what the
like I said,
regular.
it was like 1.7 on almost
So,
all of them. So
see-
our 100K guarantee that we have coming up, guys, they're guaranteeing 25,000 for first place. It's a $300 buy-in. There's gonna be 8 normal flights and 2 turbo flights starting Wednesday the 29th, and then day 2 will be returning back Sunday the 2nd. So if you guys are interested in taking a shot and maybe potentially walking away here $25,000 richer for a $300 risk, then please come on down. We are just off 290 by the Buc-ee's in Cypress.
Yep, off Mushki Road. You can take that exit either direction, and you can get to us.
You got to run good too.
I think I said that right.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right. Definitely off Munsky Road, and if you see the Buc-ee's, you're really close. Just drive to the Buc-ee's parking lot, and we're literally the parking lot next door.
Now, thank you for tuning in and watching this tournament. And if anybody's watching tomorrow at the end, go ahead and drop a follow, put the bell on so that way you get notified when we go live. And thank you for tuning in. You guys have a great night.
See you guys